Good day. This is David with EV World News, where we talk about electric vehicles, green energy, and the stock market. Today, I'm joined by ProTrader Mike. How's it going, Mike?
Yes, sir. Doing great today, audience. Hope you doing good too. Let's have a good
So,
one.
we've got some good topics for today. So, it's been a while since we've talked about electric bus maker Proterra. Proterra is in the news. They filed bankruptcy a little while back, which isn't great in the electric vehicle space. But what's happened is Volvo has stepped in, of all companies, and they've agreed to buy Proterra's battery business for $210 million as long as it's approved by the US bankruptcy court.
Hmm.
And Volvo said in a statement it aimed to finalize the acquisition, but it's pending bankruptcy approval early next year. Now, Proterra's in a Chapter 11 bankruptcy for reorganization, and I was kind of hoping that they might be able to come back out of this after they reorganize, but it looks like the bankruptcy court is going to sell off a bunch of its assets, which is kind of sad when you think about the whole EV space, because the EV space sadly is kind of fragile because the way the whole, they're trying to grow the EV industry, and at the same time interest rates are going up, people can't afford to buy stuff. And so it's been a little bit of an interesting play. But I just wanted to kind of get that one out of the way. Our next one is Lucid. Now, this is kind of interesting. I don't know if you saw the information about Lucid, but Lucid did a quarterly stock market report, and they lost $433,000 for every car it sold in quarter three, a $2.1 billion in losses so far for the year. And it built 1,500 sedans in quarter three, delivered 1,456, which amounted to an average of $433,000 loss for every car that they sold for $77,000. I guess that makes it a $500,000 car, right?
Sounds
But
like it.
yeah, but what's interesting, some of this may or may not be fair information,
4 out of
but
10 Americans are looking at EV cars. I heard it on the news this morning on the thing, on a
oh,
special on
it's
EVs.
huge. It's
Yeah.
huge. It's really much bigger than people would have you believe. And there aren't EVs really sitting on the lots except for Lucid still has a lot of unsold inventory. But their
Hmm.
cars, a lot of them, their Lucid Air, well, the higher end one goes for about $125,000. And they're nicer than the Teslas, but it's expensive and it's a sedan, and a lot of people here in the United States prefer larger vehicles. Well, what's interesting is Elon Musk even ripped them um, on Twitter, saying maybe Lucid can make it up on volume. Sell enough cars at a loss. But the funny thing is that a lot of that is them investing in infrastructure, and they're mainly owned by the Saudis. Anyways, even though they're a U.S. company.
Yeah, and when you're on CNBC and they're talking about Tesla, and you have these analysts and these guys that are just like out of their mind, that's the only things that they can compare it to is Rivian and Lucid. There's only like a little small group of them, so it's always going to be in the news, man. No matter how
Tesla's,
crappy it may do or what these things are, they're always going to be in the news because these guys always got to compare them to Tesla.
and what's funny is Tesla's doing good today, isn't it?
Yeah, we could take a look. I got some really good stocks. Everybody grab your pen and piece of paper, and let me share some great things with you that are happening in the old stock arena market
All right.
right now. And first of all, last week we spoke about this company right here. It's called Bird, BIRD. That was the stock that I had picked back in the day. The symbol is BRDS, and they make mobility solutions for lightweight electric vehicles to rent across the world. Ken Slim, 4 good quarters of earnings, increased analyst estimates. It was only 13 cents at the time when I picked it. Now that baby's going for what's that baby?
52.
52 cents.
That's a 400%
BRDS.
return.
Yeah, so keep an eye on that's the one where you see the little scooters around town, guys. Now let me share with you this stock. Beware, guys, and this ain't no trick or treat, no April Fool. This is MULN at 19 cents, boys and girls. Okay? Yeah, you heard me. MULN Automotive, symbol MULN, traded today 60 milli shares, is at 19 cents. So what I'm doing is, and I told Dave, just for the show, we're starting a position right here. Entry 19 cents. She goes higher, 2 cents, we'll add. She goes lower 2 cents, we'll add again. So we're only taking like an entry position. If we want to enter in on these 4 chips for the position, we're going to do 1 chip now, 1 chip 2 cents higher or lower, and then we'll save the other 2 chips. So if it shall go lower again, we'll sell it back at 19 where we bought it and won't lose nothing. But if we get to add higher, like into 25 cents with these 2 chips, I think we got a real nice one here. So I
Makes no
like that,
sense.
guys.
What did we
I
figure the
like it.
book value was? $3?
$3 per share.
Uh,
$3 per share, way undervalued. And I think what's going on, guys, is there's a relenting thing in the market about naked short selling, how you can just short sell a stock even if the shares aren't available, thus creating an implosion in the stock. But dude, these things could go parabolic, and if any good news comes out, they got to come in and cover these shorts. This thing could be not down 2% in a day, but up 200% in a day. I've seen it before. I've seen it
It's
before. Look where
and
it's
they
come
keep
from.
acquiring assets. Mullen expands U.S. battery operations,
Yeah, in
starts to make
February it was 100. It hasn't split, and now it's at 19 cents. So whoever bought it in February of this year at $100 per share, those analysts are wrong. Those mutual funds got destroyed. But no, Mojo likes it right here for the newsletters. Let me show you the biggest gainers on the NASDAQ today, right here. Number 2, TNON at 315, guys. See it? Look, TNON on my 11.5 newsletter, top 3 picks, second pick, TNON at $1.27. Let me show you what the Ken Slim system is. Current
T-non
earnings
medical.
per share. T-non medical, 200% increase 4 quarters ago. 460% increase 3 quarters ago. 514% 2 quarters ago. And last quarter, 429%. They're telling me they're going from a loss of $13 to a loss of $5, growing way over 100%. Current sales and earnings way over 300% on the average. They operate a medical device company that offers sarcolytic, never heard of it, joint surgical solutions. Do you know what that is?
Sacroiliac.
Yeah.
Um,
Sacroiliac. SACROILIAC. Never heard of the word in my life. You learn something new every day. And it had, at the time of the pick, guys, that's new because I never heard of it before, so it's new. That's the N in the Ken Slim. S shares outstanding, 22.6 million. The greatest stocks of all time were less than 30 million. L leader, it's got 4,000% increase in volume, so it's a crazy leader. Institutional sponsorship of 38% and market momentum in the medical products industry. That's a Ken Slim stock that went on 10/29 2 weeks ago from $1.27 to $3.50 today. It went after my pick though, Dave, right here. Look. It went to right here. 70 on 11/8. So 9 days after I picked it, this is a good one at 315, but it already moved to 470 and was sold at 455 for a 358% winner in 2 weeks from the Mojo Swing. Yes,
That's
sir.
awesome.
Yep. The one right before that was Benny Hill, Benson Hill. You ever see that show Benny Hill before?
It's been a while, but yes.
That's a great show, dude.
It's been a long time since I
When I
watched
went
Benny
over the
Hill.
newsletter in my Mojo show, I showed a couple of clips of the Benny Hill show for people that didn't know what it was, and he was running all fast after all the women and shit. It was really
Yeah.
cool, dude. So everybody who likes Benny Hill, who's seen that, give us a thumbs up on the video, man. Come on now, that's great. Benny Hill went from BHIL. It went right here to almost 50 cents after my pick. So it's percolating. It's percolating. And then that's that one. And then we got this one, guys, which was sent out top 4 picks Sunday night. The first pick, direct digital, DRCT, my first pick on the gainers list today, right there, DRCT. $5.34. Thank you, Mojos. The next
Nice.
one after DRCT was this one, IONM, Assure Holdings at 27 cents. What did this one do? IONM, yesterday's biggest winner in the market, IONM. It went yesterday to 32 cents from my pick of 27. And then you have this last one, Core, Kore. And that's my picks, guys. Oh, and INVO right here, I at $1.31. And that's right here on the gainers list at $1.90 it went to. Yes,
Wow,
sir.
that core has done really well today. It's up 44%
Yeah,
today.
and that other side, 4 for 4 out of the newsletter, guys. And here's the Core right here. So this was the Core at 36, INVO at $1.30, and then Mariah, which is an AI stock, provides healthcare AI, was also yesterday's bit on the gainers list, MRAI. So guys, that's my newsletter, and if you want to jump in on that with Dave's show, I got a $49 special, $100 off from $149. Grab your phone, take a camera right on that QR code like you just did. Good job. You'll save
Nice.
$100 on the newsletter. It's $49 a month. You get 4 newsletters a month every Sunday on my research on the Ken Slim system, and Dave can attest to himself. He's been in it for over a year. He's seen this not 1 week or 2 weeks, but several weeks and several months, month after month. Mojo's the master with the Ken Slim system. So there's the newsletter, guys. I'd love to have you aboard, and it's a great deal. Yes, sir.
Amazing. Amazing.
Thank you,
It's
sir.
funny, I had just put your QR code up on the screen for you so people could get on the daily newsletter
Yeah.
as
Now they
well.
get there's no picks in the daily. Now they get the
Okay,
juice.
nice.
Now they get the juice. All them good ones.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we were discussing about Lucid a little bit there, and I had a couple of other articles because it's kind of interesting. So Saudi Arabia owns, or the sovereign wealth fund of Saudi Arabia, their initial ownership in Lucid was valued at something like $55 billion, and now it's only worth $5 billion. But the thing is, they didn't really ever put that money up. That was just what the market estimate was
Mm-hmm.
for the value of it. They've put up a few billion though, but I don't think they've put up even anywhere near close to what the product is valued. And they're moving the company more or less a large percentage of its world's manufacturing is going to be moved to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And their CFO says that the cash burn per vehicle is misleading and misunderstood. Number of things we're doing at the company level and the per vehicle level, citing costs, manufacturing, labor, and overhead reduction. Saudi Arabia has yet to actually lose money in its investment. Initially, it put in 1.3 billion, and they have a lot more plans for the company. Most of the rest of the money came from money other people put in when they were buying the stock, and they expect to eventually build 155,000 Lucids per year from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, which I think is, quite fascinating. So I think Lucid's got a long ways to go. So despite any negativity you ever see in the news about them or Rivian or Tesla, they're not going anywhere.
Hmm.
But we talk about this all the time. How everybody wants to see the world burn. Like somehow we see the world burning with Mullen Automotive, but they keep doing things and they keep, having sustained value. And so some of these things, you can tell there's external players trying to make something go wrong for these companies,
Hmm.
but they seem to be able to stick with it. That's all I had to cover for today, Mike. Unless there's any other stocks you wanted to
No,
cover
today was
today.
a good day. We really showed people what we know, using our knowledge to enhance the world and the growth. Hey guys, check out my Twitter. I'm doing a webinar tomorrow night at 8 p.m. I don't have the link here, but check me out on Twitter. It's going to be amazing. If you guys want to learn how to trade futures as a beginner, I'll walk you through everything. It's the most incredible thing I've ever done, besides stocks and options and all that crap. That doesn't work. Attend my webinar. I'm
You can
telling you.
find Mike at ProTrader Mike on Twitter or X.
ProTrader_Mike. They suspended my original ProTrader Mike. Can
Oh
you believe
God.
that, guys? 7 years ago. You know why? Because I answered the haters back. All the haters that hate on you, if you answer them back, they report you for for bullying, and so now you're the bully, right? And they can't, and they cancel your account.
Well, that was the old days of
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Twitter.
yeah, 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 yeah. So my first 10,000 followers under that great name had to be reneged by Twitter. They would never give it back to me. Sons of,
That's, that's crazy. It's
yeah.
really just hard to fathom how, some of that happens.
It's out there. It's out there. Anyway, everybody have a really good day. It seems like it's Friday already, but it's only Monday, so we'll see you again